Chapter 6. Life Costs, Losses or Gains. In the previous episodes from Chapter 1 to Chapter 5, some people have kindly summarized as follows. I'm beginning to understand the journey of life a little more. I understand that we can determine our own destiny. The understanding that I get from Uncle My teaching. If it's not right, leave Uncle to advise. Before we embark on a journey to determine our own destiny, we must first know ourselves by taking 2 pills. The first pill is to not lie to yourself. The second pill is to not deny your Sìng the rusuk. Practice thinking more slowly. It leads to a more detailed understanding and misti. Kid, rusuk and rusuk. Kid, ruk. The knowledge of others is just our data. Once we know ourselves, we must know our goals, size and direction. Find the shortest way to go in the right direction. On the journey, we must have sraddha, attitude, knowledge and the ability to travel. The details that you have given me are very helpful. I will try to collect and understand them in the future. This is a summary of the cartoon, reader. Thank you for being here and you're welcome. To my grandchildren, the readers who have read the first 5 chapters, please try to find your own conclusions. Do not simply remember the conclusions of others. Knowledge from others is just our data. Once we have read it and understood it, we can summarize it and put it into practice. If you have any questions or don't understand something, please read it again. Then, ask questions about what you don't understand. Considering questions can help make observation or identifying key points easier. Don't ask what you don't know or understand. Ask what you want to know and understand. For those who are not yet aware of their Kyles, asking what they don't know will activate the Kyles that makes them think they know everything. If they don't catch the Kyles in time, or if the Kyles orders them to deny everything they don't know in the book, such as falling asleep after reading for a while, they will not be able to understand the book. Asking what they don't know but want to know will also activate another Kyles, even if they don't know how it works. In this case, they still need to train themselves to review themselves so that they can recognize the Kyles in time, as explained in the beginning about Kyles in Chapter 3. Following the recommended approach of formulating questions, in addition to the content that we have already read, will help us to find and ask questions so that we can understand better. Now let's move on to the next topic after we have understood that the successful journey of life requires 3 essential components: sraddha, attitude, and knowledge and abilities. These are the elements we need to learn in order to navigate towards a life that holds value for ourselves. In this lifetime of our birth, Uncle sees, a good life that is meaningful is a life that is born with profit. A good life that is meaningful is a life that has profit. As for the meaning of profit, it may be the same or different for each person. We will not discuss it for now. We just need to consider whether a life that was born with a loss or a life that was born with a profit is better. Some people may argue that there is no such thing as profit or loss, because when we are born, we have nothing, and when we die, we still have nothing. That's right. Uncle agrees that we have nothing when we are born and when we die. However, if we look deeper into it, we are born unable to remember as children, but as we grow up, we start to accumulate suffering, ignorance, and foolishness. When it comes time to die, we carry these things with us, adding more burdens along the way. Uncle sees this as a loss. Some lives gradually let go of suffering, ignorance, and gain wisdom. As they approach death, they have fewer and fewer burdens, releasing the attachments that bound them. Life should be a profit, and it seems there will be no loss. It's likely a profit. Uncle was going to tell you about the dimensions that I see as loss and profit, but I accidentally told you in advance. Let's go back to the original topic. If life is born with loss and profit, which one will we choose? If we consider it carefully, why does the uncle say that life has only 2 ways, profit and loss, no equality? Because in fact the cost of our life is the life we lose every day. When we say that we were born at a break-even, it is not really true. If we consider the fact that the cost of life is the life that is lost, being born with nothing and dying with nothing does not mean we remain the same throughout life. Instead, we have already lost one life. In modern life, we heavily rely on tools to convey the truth, to the point where we might be overwhelmed with information and lose the ability to perceive things as they truly are without these tools. We look at the clock and it tells us the time. When the clock tells us that it is 9 p.m., we know that it is late. but we do not feel that another day has passed, another day has died. Like the ancient people who were aware of life and knew that another day had passed when they saw the sun set. Lord Buddha, being wise, does not possess tools or units of measurement that are as precise as seconds, milliseconds, or nanoseconds. However, there is a simple way that teaches us when our time has passed, one breath at a time. If we can maintain the benefits in every breath, the highest benefit in this life that we were born into can certainly arise. Sometimes people's lives are very different. Maybe just the beginning of the degree of travel is a little different. For example, consider two children. One who has been determined to read books for 30 minutes every day since grade 1, and the other who does not see any benefit in reading books for even a minute. We look like we feel that there is little difference because it's only 30 minutes. But if we start to consider the cost of time, take time as the capital of life. The first child allocates 30 minutes for reading every day, while the other child doesn't allocate any time for reading at all. This made the destinies of the two people very different. One is about to be accepted into the university of their choice, while the other does not know what they will do after graduating from high school. Uncle used the example of our studies, which some of you may not like. Uncle was just trying to explain to us the benefits of not being careless, of not letting our time go to waste. Because the day that is gone one day is our lost life. If we give the life that is lost each day to our goals, our destiny, we begin to play a greater role in shaping it every day. Many of my grandchildren, the person who used to study books with me, like to have me read their horoscopes. I ask them what they mostly spend their time on. If we spend our time on certain things, our lives are likely to go in that direction. For example, a child says they want to be a musician, but when the child spends most of their time playing games online, the time left for their goals diminishes. I can tell them that if they continue to do this, they may not be able to achieve their goals. There are some mathematical things that I noticed when I was a child. Mathematics is a powerful tool that can be used for many purposes. One of the benefits of mathematics that I have used since I was a child is that it gives me truths to use in my life every day. In my daily life, I try to find facts using mathematics and find the hidden equal signs in the stories and phenomena in my daily life since I was a child, which leads to decision-making. Have you ever thought that most of our lives have mathematical facts that happen in our lives? This is another question that I want to ask and want to leave for us to think about. When I was a child, I encountered the following mathematical facts in my life that I would like to bring to your attention.